Welcome back to the Swang Low Podcast Show. What's happening with all my people out there in the world today? Man, I hope everybody is living in their blessings and definitely being a blessing to somebody out there that you care about and that you love. And look, before I go any further into my reaction into the current things that's going on online, let me say this. I appreciate all my new subscribers that has chosen the Swang Low podcast show to come spend your time with. It's an absolute pleasure and an honor to have you all. Thank you all for joining us at this roundtable. You are loved, appreciated, and definitely embraced here at the Swang Low podcast. And your opinions and all that matter. I always encourage participation. So please feel free to drop a comment in the chat, you know what I'm saying, or in the comment section, you know what I mean, and I will do my absolute best to oblige you all. You feel me? But look, man, we're gonna go ahead and jump into this reaction, you know what I'm saying, to the current things that's going on online right now as we speak. All right. And let me say this before I get into that. Right, we are live right now, man. I haven't went live like this in a while, based on the technical difficulties that I have been having as of late. You know what I'm saying? We are always at the mercy of technology. So if by chance during my reaction on this show right now, the signal or something happen to go in and out, bear with me. You know what I'm saying? And also, we got another show coming up later on tonight. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm a run that one probably around 9:15. You know what I'm saying? That's usually our typical time. You know what I'm saying? I call that Spring Glow after dark. You know what I mean? And that's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be another prison story that I'm gonna run for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I've been getting a lot of requests from different people, you know what I'm saying, and keep telling them type of stories. So I'm gonna go ahead and run this one, and it's gonna be a good juicy one, man. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all tune in tonight around 9:15. 9:15. Please don't be late. Show up to this round table, man. You know how we do it. I love and appreciate you all. But look, let me say this. I've been online, right? And I tend to surf the net, you know what I'm saying, to try to keep up with what's going on. You know what I mean? And some things I pay attention to, and then some things I just keep on scrolling. You feel me? But I'm finding it as of late right now, tensions is starting to build up between blacks and Mexicans. You feel me? And not just any blacks and Mexicans, but these dudes happen to be gang related. You know what I'm saying? And you probably wonder who I'm talking about. Now, typically, I don't jump out there and hop on that train of Whack 100, right? Whack 100 is an online personality. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much known for his clubhouse antics. It's a it's an app, but also he has a online presence with that certain demographic, right? Okay, and definitely been, did you know, Blue Devil, who happens to be different allegations that has been, tap into his show that has been on there, but I'm not, you know what I'm saying, 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 I'm not, saying? And Whack 100 went also that he was against Mexicans, right? Out there between his hood, his whatever Mexican sets that's out there that they don't get along with, right? Now we all, well, I'm not gonna say we being from where I'm from in my community is kind of similar to that nature. You know what I'm saying? As far as it being constant tension between blacks and Mexicans. You know what I mean? And again, let me highlight this out. Not all Mexicans and blacks. It's the gang related ones on both sides. You know what I'm saying? The Crips, the Bloods against the Southside Serranios. You know what I mean? So it's not all blacks. It's not all Mexicans. So let me make that clear. All right. What these dudes have to understand is this, right? I'm gonna give some real game, man. You know what I'm saying? And whether they choose to take it or anybody choose to take it or not, you know what I'm saying? That's on you. You know, hey, everybody take in certain things according to their taste. Whatever your taste buds require, you're gonna take it in. If not, then you're gonna pass it up. Hey, that's all fine. That's on you. But I'm gonna say this: all of us that is online that have these platforms where we are able to reach out and speak to people have a responsibility of being very, very careful on not just what you talk about, but who you talk about. You feel me? Because a lot of those things, man, can come back to bite you in the butt. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I find to be interesting is these dudes jumping here, jumping in each other's politics, and labeling each other rats, snakes. My thing with that is this: I can't jump out there and call Southsider Serranio Threse, and even if I did choose to do that, that's not going to have no effect on them. Me saying that isn't going to cause them to go do something to him behind him being a rat. It's just not going to happen. See, I find it interesting that dudes online try to incorporate penitentiary laws, or maybe the YouTube streets, right? Blacks and Mexicans do not involve themselves in each other's politics. Blacks and Mexicans do not involve themselves. Do so happen to have a Southside Serranio and go tell them, hey, your homeboy is a rat. You feel me? A Crip or a Blood. I've actually seen, doing something to a, a under, and with Crip, one of Southside Serenia, right? Both of them, let's say one is, they two hoods don't get along. So you 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 see the older ones see the younger one, and he do something to him. And when he do something to him, he get caught for it and go to jail. Right? So now you have a case on a minor, but mind you, both of them are under the age of 18. I was 15. Both of them gang members. The 15-year-old, if he would have caught him off guard, he would have done something to him. He's gang banging. He's a gang member. You feel me? But yet and still, when that was presented and brought to the table, niggas was like, man, they both was gang members and they both was under the age of 17. So why did he come? Man, come on. When it comes to the Southsiders, about any of their people being, that's a fact. So I don't understand why certain dudes be so quick to try to, if one of them come and present something to you about another, crucify them off of co-signing, and they won't do that. You feel me? Now, these sink in your head. Let it sink in and let it sink in real deep. What you say, people, and these dudes have big platforms. They have big YouTube channels. Whack 100 is probably one of the biggest influences on YouTube. And again, like I said, the guy Blue Devil, right? He has a pretty big audience himself, which means people are hanging on to every word that these people are saying. So just imagine this guy Blue Devil is jumping out there saying that this dude Whack 100 was a snitch, a rat, you know what I'm saying, was a police. He said all this, right? That's a fact, right? So the dude Whack 100 find out after he went to his show. His argument was this: man, I went to your show to show unity, to show your people, you know, that I'm willing to unify with y'all and that I'm actually not a racist. And that was my whole mind state. And when I went there, you shook my hand, you know, and it was all love and all good. As soon as I walk out the door, people sending me all these video clips of you saying that I was a rat and that I was a snitch, right? Now, look, I don't defend Whack 100. Not at all. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? But he kind of made a point. He kind of made a real good point of cross politicking. Because again, like I said, if he was to go to them, this was the example he used as far as Tekashi 69 go, right? Everybody know Tekashi 69 is a snitch. Everybody know this. You know what I'm saying? Proven fact. He's a straight up Fed government informant. Very reliable, took down his own gang. People doing life sentences and all kind of shit behind Tekashi 69, right? Whack 100 went and sat down with him and interviewed him and all this and that, right? So I guess the Mexicans is looking at that like, oh, you a rat. You a straight up cop. You a snitch because you sat down with him. So in response to that, Whack 100 like, hey, wait, hold up. So you mean to tell me that I'm a rat and I'm a snitch because I went and did an interview with him, but your own people, the Mexican mafia, embrace him. They have a big building with a big mural of Tekashi 69 painted on you know, like honoring this dude. Like, come on, man. They're not gonna do nothing to this dude. They would never, just because you say that, they would never do nothing to him. Those words are falling on deaf ears. So the dude, Blue Devil, was like, well, you know, that's in Mexico. Their politics is no. Because every and anything that y'all do revolves around what the shots that they call it on y'all. Where do you think y'all money supply and all that shit come from? So you're saying that you're not gonna address them for having a big mural of Tekashi 69, the same person that you call a mirror rat for? Because I sat down and did an interview with him, but y'all got a big ass mural painted of this dude and honoring him. So the dude, Blue Devil's like, well, you know, the politics is different, and I choose not to go into that. You choose not to get into that politic, but you want to jump over here to cross this line into black politics and call a black a rat and a snitch. But you invite me into your home, shake my hand, embrace me, hug me. We have a wonderful, good conversation. And as soon as I walk through the door, I find out you've been saying all this about me. Remember how I told you the famous stab in the back? You know what I'm saying? You embrace you, pull you in, utilize you for whatever clout that they can suck about you. And as soon as you turn your back, bam, they stabbing you. They stabbing you. You feel me? So come on, man. Y'all have to be mindful of what you're involving yourself in. And really, if y'all really trying to push a penitentiary law on the streets, at least have the experience up under your belt to know how to do that. Know what that entails. What that entails, the number one thing, penitentiary law, written in stone. You do not involve yourself in another race's politics. That is the absolute number one rule that is never to be crossed, because if you cross it, war pops off. When that war pop off, it's ugly. Lives is taken, people get hurt, and it's just a continuous thing once it's started. Them type of wars is hard to stop, which is why if you ever been to prison, when them type of wars kick off, they usually last until they transfer out everybody that's involved and try to bring in a whole new batch of people. That's the only way that they can try to stop it. That's the only way. Nothing else works. Do you not understand when that type of shit kick off, you go on lockdown in prison for a long time. I remember being on lockdown for 2 years straight. You got no commissary. They don't give you shit, which means you're relying on them to feed you, and they feed you like shit. Remember how I described to y'all in other videos that I've covered about prison, man, how roaches and rats be all in the food. Sometimes they have PCs, SNYs making your food. And guess what? They used to put razors and shit in the food, break the razors up and put them in your food. Put poison and shit in your food. So a lot of that shit, if it wasn't packaged up, you couldn't eat. We couldn't eat a lot of that shit back then. But all that comes from you being on those lockdowns and going through them long ass wars. Why? Because a motherfucker crossed the line and jumped in a whole completely different racist politics. So for the Hispanics that's out there that chooses to try to cross over into black politics, whether you're doing it by on purpose or you just have a level of ignorance, as well as blacks, not just the Mexicans, but blacks too. But I'm saying I'm putting them out there first because this is something that the guy Blue Devil did. He brought all that shit on himself. You feel me? And he know that he has a big audience that's listening to this shit. They was the ones that was throwing it out there on him. Like, damn, how you gonna have Whack 100 on your show after you done talked all this shit about him? You invite this same person that you called a rat, that you said was a police, because he sat down with Takashi 69, because he be online trying to solve murder cases and shit. This is who you bringing on the show. His own people called him on that shit. They did. It makes no sense. But what you're attempting to try to do is make somebody look bad. Although it's Whack 100, Whack 100, he does a very good job of making himself look bad just from the antics that he do. That dude ain't straight. He not. In my humble opinion, he's a piece of doo-doo. Straight up. But at the same token, right is right, wrong is wrong. You can't jump out there, cross over the color barriers, and call somebody a snitch and a rat. What you doing that? What you expecting somebody to do something to him? Typically, when you do something like that, you're the one that's gonna have to do it. You're the one that's putting that jacket on him, so you're the one that's gonna have to get out there and get your hands dirty to this person that you're putting that jacket on, and vice versa. Because if you don't get out there and get your hands dirty, then guess what? Everybody is gonna be looking like, oh, this nigga, you don't want to do nothing, but you trying to put this on this person, expecting somebody else to do your dirty work for you. Then that's when it go bad for you, because you looked at as a buster, as a mort, and as a hater. And that's when the whole entire sky gonna fall down on your head. That's how it happened in prison. So if you want to incorporate prison law on the streets, which is crazy to me, because if you're not following by the guidelines that people in prison have to follow by, then guess what? You are going to be the victim. You're going to be the victim. I promise you that. But what was more messed up is you got a lot of young people that's out there listening to these dudes, that's hearing this type of shit and taking all that shit in as being said. That's why I say we got a responsibility on certain things that we put out there, certain things that we cover. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful not to cross the lines, because you can get somebody seriously hurt doing that. Straight up. And if you're not willing to cover your own backyard with all the dirt that's back there, why the fuck is you trying to jump out your dwelling into a whole completely different shade of color and start trying to put these labels on this person, and that person, and then turn around and try to call it content. Putting a jacket on somebody is content. You niggas is crazy. You feel me? Now, what I can say about this dude, Whack 100, we all see what he has done and what he do. Do I believe he's an informant of police? You know what I'm saying? And do the police work very well? I absolutely do. Now, see, I can say that because I'm black. Although he's a blood, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a Crip, I'm black. You feel me? I cannot go and say that Blue Devil is a snitch and a police. You feel me? How can I? And what do I get from that? Do I do that with the expectations of something happening to him? Come on, man. We know that's not going to happen. You cannot be that idiotic to even think that way because it's not. I've had them come to me and try to put shit on different homies. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time I was in High Desert. You feel me? And the homie is clowning with another homie. They in their conversation. You feel me? And the homie they clowning each other, they bagging on each other, right? Shooting jokes on each other. The homie like, nigga, that's why you look like a sewer rat, right? Not even tripping on these dudes, but you have one motherfucker that's sitting off to the side, that's ear hustling. Oh, he disrespected the South Side. He disrespected the Rasa and tried to raise hell behind this shit to the point where they was like, man, he got to leave the yard. He can't stay on it. What? Do you think I'm gonna do something to one of my homeboys? Nigga, you crave behind what this dude is saying? And he wasn't even in the wrong. Like I said, they shooting jokes on each other. This dude over here, ear hustling, had nothing to do with him. There was no disrespect intended. Although that's a word, a derogatory word used to disrespect them, but he didn't say it in a derogatory manner. He wasn't even talking to this dude. He's clowning with the homie. They shooting jokes at each other back and forth. But that's how quick things can get twisted and turned. And they would definitely try to utilize something like that to try to have you do something to one of yours. And yeah, you got the game completely messed up. If you think I'm gonna do something to one of mine behind a word that was used that had no malice to it towards you, you shouldn't have been ear hustling. They do that a lot. They do that a lot in prison. Look for shit, you know what I'm saying, and to try to create situations. You got some motherfuckers that's just like that, hateful. You feel me? So you dudes that's online, y'all got to remember that. You got motherfuckers out there that's hateful as fuck. And you saying certain things and putting labels on people. And they take it and they will take that shit and they will try to twist it and create a big issue out of nothing. But see, in this situation, that shit is something because this goes out to the masses of people that sit back and watch these shows and they taking in everything that's being said. You got some crazy motherfuckers in the world, man, that will that ain't got no problem with jumping out there and you know trying to become a viral sensation off of you saying the wrong thing. And that's a fact. So again, To you podcasters, dudes, that's out there, you know what I'm saying? That's speaking on certain shit. You know what I mean? I've said it before. I will say it again. You know, be very, very careful. Tread lightly on the things that you put into the environment because there is people out there that's listening to that shit. You know what I'm saying? And some of them are brainless. They don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? They will take what you said and they will run with it. Spin that narrative. Spin it until it can become an issue when there's really nothing. But they will spin it until it becomes an issue. That's sad, but it's a reality. Everybody got a responsibility. Coming to YouTube, working, doing these shows and all that shit. I understand this might be a form of a way to where you got to feed your family or pay some bills. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But do not take these certain rules of engagement, twist it all up, you know what I'm saying, and call it content because that ain't content. You putting a death jacket on the motherfucker. Straight up. Anytime you put a snitch, rat, or whatever jacket on somebody, that's a death sentence on that person. That can be your death sentence. Because, like I said, it always fall on the accuser. The accuser, hey man, you better have all your ducks lined up from A to Z if you putting a jacket on somebody. And it don't have to be a snitch. You can be anything that can be considered foul and you know going against the code of ethics straight up. But that's the end of my reaction to that, man. I just wanted to bring that to y'all, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me see who we got here. Who we got here? Welcome everybody. Veronica, I see you. What's up, sis? Thank you for joining. My girl Martisha, I love you. My heart and joy right there. Michael Frederick, what up, Brody? I see you. I see you. Dabu Robbins, what's up, bro? All love to you and the fam, homeboy. For sure, for sure. Beach Boy, 5'6" Deuce, what's happening, homeboy? Beach Boy said these dudes playing a dangerous game. And YouTube, everything isn't content. Hey, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Everything isn't for YouTube. A lot of the stuff that these dudes is putting out there, you know what I'm saying, is really like it shouldn't be put out there. That's all I'm gonna say, man. There's a lot of stuff that shouldn't be spoken on. There's a lot of stuff that is not for YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of things can be considered snitching. I see it all day, every day. Niggas do be on there trying to solve crimes. You know what I'm saying? Going through shit from A to Z better than the detectives. You feel me? Better than the detectives. Like, what the fuck, man? Y'all been watching too much Chicago PD or something. You know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to be y'all best detectives. You know what I mean? And that's not the business, especially if you come from the gangland. You have any type of gang banging background history. I don't give a fuck if you out the streets and not part of that no more. It's still certain things you don't speak on. If you're gonna be a civilian, nigga, be a civilian without trying to solve crimes. Ain't nothing fly about trying to solve another man's crime, nigga. Let the police do that. Or go to the academy, make it official. You feel me? Go down to the academy, nigga, and get your badge, get your official badge, nigga, and go sit in them rooms with them people, nigga, and try to go over them cases like you be doing on some of y'all podcast shows on YouTube. You feel me? But as a gang member, former gang member, or whatever the fuck you consider yourself, ain't nothing ever cool or fly about that. You know what I'm saying? And then turn around and call it content. That ain't content. That's snitching. Point blank, period. But I know a lot of people in the world don't give a fuck about snitches no more. You feel me? It's so many. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll be trying to wipe them out forever, and it's just not that kind of party like that no more. You know what I'm saying? But still, it don't make it right. A lot of these dudes ain't got no integrity jumping online. You know what I'm saying? Uh, 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 you know, discussing these cases and shit, man. No, no integrity, bro. None, none. That's sad. That is sad. Before I go though, how y'all feeling out there, man? Like I said, we got another show tonight. I think I'm gonna run that one around 9:15. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be another juicy prison story. You know what I mean? I know from Pasadena that uh ended up getting a young crip, you know what I'm saying, and he got knocked down because of a extremely bad heroin addiction that he developed in prison. You know, dude was young, bro. He was young, and I used to have him with me every day, and I talked to him. This is somebody that I talked to every day. I had him with me. You know what I'm saying? I had some pictures with me and him. I think them pictures was on my old Facebook page, which I don't. I had him with me all the time, you know, and I knew he had that addiction, but he was egged on by his OG homie that he was in the cell with. You know what I'm saying? Both of them was heroin addicts, but this young that addiction, which means if you had nothing and you had that cold ass addiction to heroin, that's the question. Y'all tune in tonight because it's gonna be a juicy one. I promise you. I promise you. And he went through hell. And I'm gonna detail every single thing up until his removal. You feel me? Coldest removal I've seen in a long time. You know what I mean? And I hated to see it happen, but right is right, wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying? So tonight I'm gonna run that around 9:15. You know what I'm saying? So y'all be sure to tune in to that, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody tapping into the round table though. You know what I'm saying? All of y'all in the chat, Beach Boy. Beach Boy say no integrity or morals. They let their code of ethics go out the window for a light. Hey, bro, I swear to God, they selling their souls for views and likes. Going out like that, going out backwards for views and likes. You putting your life in danger for views and likes. Put your comment up there, Beach Boy, so everybody can see that. Roderick, Roderick Choice said some of them might just be working with the police. Hey, Roderick, you right. You right. Why else would somebody jump online and feel so comfortable sitting behind these cameras, going through cold case homicides with a fine tooth comb, piece by piece, piece by piece? I have, hey, I wouldn't have never believed it if I didn't see it with my own eyes. But it's out there for all of our eyes to see. It really is. So yeah, you know, and they feel comfortable with doing it. It's an embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? That some of these dudes are associated with being gang members or having a background of gang history. You know what I'm saying? It really is. It's an embarrassment. It makes you second guess um, ever joining that lifestyle um, with so much foul characters starting to show their colors, and they're given the opportunity. And these dudes that's doing that have big platforms. The ones that I've seen, they have big platforms, bro. Big platforms that's doing this. Now, y'all can go back and check some of my older shows out, right? Where I got on the S and Ys for doing this same exact thing, or people giving them a platform. And a lot of them having big platforms where they got a lot of people paying attention to what they're saying. I've gotten on them about, that amongst other things, right? So why not get on these dudes? You're supposed to not be S and Y. You're supposed to be a stand-up ex killer or gangbanger or whatever the fuck you classify yourself as, right? You're supposed to be record impeccable. From what I hear, a lot of these do. Oh, my record is impeccable. I was doing this on the street. I was this and that on the street. I'm this and that from my hood and blah, 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 right? But yet and still, you online solving cold case homicides. You're doing the police job better than the police. So just like Roderick said, you put your comment up there. So I like that, Roderick. Some of them might just be working with the police. And I believe it. I believe it wholeheartedly. There's no other reason for somebody to sit comfortably in front of the camera and, you know, and I don't see these dudes doing this to unsolve homicides in their hood. I see them doing it in. That's why I tell y'all need to be careful, man, on anything that you say or do that can be used against you in the court of YouTube. Because what you say can and will be used against you by the court of YouTube. And these dudes that's trying to solve any case that they can. Let some shit pop off, something happen, and watch how fast these dudes run to their YouTube channel, cut them cameras on, and get them videos. That's another thing. I've been getting struck like a motherfucker on YouTube for playing this video, that video. You know what I'm saying? The last show I did, they took down. You know what I'm saying? That I did of Cat Williams. How the hell is y'all? They are allowed to run these like niggas whole content. Maybe they give that badge to certain people to be able to do that. I ain't solving no case, period. We don't do that here at Slang Low. This is a family friendly show platform for teaching moments to discourage you away from all that shit. And also, like today, dudes putting labels on people and crossing over the color barrier. You know what I'm saying? Calling this person a rat, calling this person a snitch, calling this person the police. You know what I'm saying? And that's you can't do that, man. That will get somebody hurt. and you doing it and calling it content. That's not content. That's not content. You putting a jacket on somebody that can lead to their possible unaliving. Straight up. And maybe that's what you want. Because if something happened to that person, then guess what? Guess who they're gonna run? You're gonna be the first motherfucker that they, oh, wait a minute. He said something online about it. Let me go back dig that video up. You niggas love what I'm saying? Like, come on. We all got a responsibility. We all do. Whether you want that responsibility or not. You feel me? But look, man, I've held y'all up. I appreciate you all, man. That's some real shit. I appreciate you all. Thank you all, man, for tuning in. Step into this roundtable again tonight. I'm running another show tonight. I do not want y'all to miss that because it's going to be good. You feel me? I promise you it's going to be good. I know football and all that old good shit is on. You know what I'm saying? I even got the game on right now. I would show y'all, but I don't feel like disturbing my little setup. You know what I'm saying? But take that time out tonight, man, to come back to this roundtable. Take that time to come back to the roundtable, man. And I want y'all to get active in the chat like y'all active right now. You feel me? Straight up. Get active in the chat. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? It's all love, all appreciation for all of y'all. We ain't been able to go live like this in a while. You know what I'm saying? So I'm loving it. I'm loving it, man. It's a wonderful feeling to be back with my people, amongst my people, man. You know what I'm saying? But look, to the new viewers, if you haven't already did it, I ask you humbly, please, to like, comment, and subscribe to the Swang Low Podcast Show. Do Rod Creek. It's all free. You know what I'm saying? It won't cost you a dime. It won't charge your card for nothing. If you push subscribe, none of that. It's all free. All you got to do is push that button. You know what I'm saying? And if you feel like dropping a comment, put your comments in the chat or in the comments section. You know what I'm saying? That helps build the channel and keep us in the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we trying to be around this thing for a long time. Without us, it's gonna be a blank space. We don't want no blank space like that. You know what I'm saying? We're here to uplift and encourage each other, man, and try to teach the youth a better way other than what these other dudes is jumping online doing. They're doing a horrible, horrible job at delivering, you know, the messages is just horrible. Horrible. It's bad, bad examples out there, man. And I don't want none of my young to get caught up looking at that and thinking that that shit is cool and that that's the way, because it ain't. It ain't. The objective is longevity in this life until God call upon you to leave it, to an early dismissal off this earth. You know what I'm saying? And it's easy for you to fall victim to that because of these dudes. And they have a big voice, a big platform, and you see all these other people tuning in. So it's like, oh, okay, well, they got all these other people attention. So what they saying must be cool, must be true, and it's not. It's not. Be careful who you put a jacket on, and be careful of crossing that line with these other races. You know what I'm saying? I said it before and I will say it again. All Mexican people are not racist, just like all blacks isn't. And I say that because I don't want nobody to feel disrespected because on a chosen few idiots is jumping out there doing bullshit and trying to keep bullshit up between the two races. Y'all have to be smart enough to be able to distinguish the bad apples from the good ones. Sometimes they get mixed in, but that's why we here, to be able to help point out all the bad. Pluck them on out. Pluck all them bad apples up out of there. You feel me? Damu said these dudes is mixed amongst us like PCs in the whole key way. Real ones ignore that shit. Hey, that's some real shit, Damu. Hey, see, I didn't want this show to be all super long, 15 minutes. This is turned into damn near hour, but I love it. I love it because this is us. This is our shit. You know what I'm saying? But Damo, hey man, to speak on that, see, people don't know when you are in prison and you go to the hole, um, you are mixed in. There's no separation of the SNYPCs from the regular general population. You know what I'm saying? Like they are on the tier with you. Y'all on the same tier, and it'd be kind of hard to maneuver back there. Meaning, let's say you go to the hole and you just getting back there and you don't have no books or nothing, but you got another homie that's back there and he might be like 4 cells down from you. So you got to make a fishing line. Tear your sheet up that they give you, make a fishing line, and try to fish down to his cell. You know what I'm saying? To get the stuff that you're gonna need, right? But that means you have to go past the S and Y's and shit. Now, remember, the S and Y's be back there doing all kind of bullshit. They'll cut your line. You know what I'm saying? They'll wet the floor so you can't fish. All they do bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what bro was saying, about being in the hole and having to ignore them and shit because they be back there talking shit and all that, and you don't deal with them. Regular mainline dudes don't deal with the SMYs and PCs in the hole at all. You know what I'm saying? So, but they are back there. You know what I'm saying? That's a good point, Damo, bro. Good point. Good point. Good, good point. Eva Jennings Jackson. Let me put your comment up there. That's a wonderful comment. She said, it's sad how they play us against each other. That is sad. It is. I hate it. I hate it for the simple fact that, like I said, it's only a chosen few bad apples. You know what I'm saying? That try to keep the bullshit up to separate. You feel me? And typically, speaking for the Hispanic side, usually it's the older ones. The older ones have a lot of say so, and the younger ones bow down and they do exactly what the older ones say. You know what I'm saying? So it's horrible. It's horrible. You know what I'm saying? Like they reasons be their reasons for inserting a lot of bullshit into the game to keep the two races split and separate from each other. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think if that part of the game changed, right, um, relations between the two races would be a lot better, in all honesty, because because as time changed, like I've said it before about them using the N word and all that shit, right? It probably wouldn't sting as much if the older ones wasn't on the bullshit that they was on, preaching hate, teaching hate, you know. So it's deep, man. It's deep. It really is. Beach Boy said, hell of a topic because the real need to be discussed. There's too many people running with false narratives. Hey, that's some real shit, Beach Boy. That's some real shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I get tired of the narratives getting spent. You know what I'm saying? And these dudes is putting out there a lot of bullshit and they calling it content. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of wrong. It's a lot of wrong. And like I said before, being that they have such big platforms, you got people that are tuned in. Let's say I'm a new viewer and I go to, and I'm young, and I go to a Blue Devils platform, you know what I'm saying? And I'm Hispanic. And I see all the other Rasa tuning in and you know, they support me. They encouraging me on because they don't know no better. So I'm automatically fall in with the bullshit, not knowing or understanding because of my lack of knowledge of being young and not well informed that this shit is cool and that this shit is right. When it ain't. You feel me? That's the horrible thing about it. The bad messages that's being put out there. You feel me? But yeah, man, y'all get active in this chat. Feel me? That's what this live is about, man. For real, for real. Might have to try to do this again, but as y'all can see, it's starting to act up a little bit. But don't worry about nothing. That will never discourage us, man. I'm gonna always try for y'all. Always. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we got another show coming on later tonight, around 9:15. You know what I'm saying? So I ask you all to join us tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a good story, a juicy one. You know what I'm saying? Sad, but you know, got to bring it to the round table, man. And so y'all can see and understand and get a better um prison is and themselves in. We are back. We are back. We are back, man. That's my bad. That was human error. That was human error, man. I appreciate the ones that did stick around. You know what I'm saying? Love and appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna go ahead and kill this off. But again, hey, 9:15 tonight. Love and appreciate you all, man. And I apologize for the little mishap. You know what I'm saying? My phone actually died in the middle of us doing the live. That was human error. My bad, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But look, y'all stay safe out there. Love and appreciate you all. Thank you all for joining us at this roundtable. Again, tonight, 9:15. I promise you there will be no human errors tonight. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all get back to y'all day, man. Thank you all for attending. And again, to those of y'all that haven't already did it, please like, comment, and subscribe to the Swing Low Podcast Show. Do Rock Creep. Love and appreciate you all. Hey, y'all take care, be safe out there, love and appreciate each other. You know what I'm saying? Because in this day and age, we don't never know who we're gonna lose, who we're gonna wake up to and not have with us. You know what I'm saying? On that note, love y'all, man. Tonight, 9:15. Be at the round table. Love y'all. Triple game.